Guys, take a look at this Ripple ruling at risk of being thrown out as it faces rejection by two federal judges. The Ripple XRP judgment, effective July 20, distinguishes between Ripple's secondary market transactions and its sales to institutions. Judge Annalisa Torres ruled in July that altcoins are not considered non-security in-exchange transactions due to the incoherence and the fact that two federal judges have rejected Judge Torres's application of the Howey test to XRP. The verdict is in danger of being overturned. An appeal to the government is imminent. Court cases involving Ripple persist. On Friday's inquiry by the Inspector General into Ripple and the SEC, no information on the SEC's involvement in the Ripple case was released that potential investors may examine. In their opening brief, the SEC attempted to scare investors into paying a $2 billion penalty to Ripple, but they were unsuccessful. The main focus of the market remains the SEC's efforts to appeal the ruling regarding programmatic sales of XRP. In July 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that XRP programmatic sales did not meet the third prong of the Howey test. The SEC's October move for an interlocutory appeal was dismissed by Judge Torres. The verdict means that until the Ripple issue is resolved, the Securities and Exchange Commission will be unable to appeal any court rulings. The effects of the decision on programmatic sales and the SEC's plan to appeal were shown by the XRP price movement on July 13. By selling XRP to institutional investors, Ripple broke Section 5 of the 1933 Securities Act, although investors mostly disregarded the court's verdict. Following that, a reverse occurred as XRP dropped below 6 cents after reaching a peak of 9 cents on July 13. Along with the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, the SEC versus Ripple case could be delayed until 2025 due to the appeals process. Keep in mind that Gensler, the current head of the Securities and Exchange Commission, might come under pressure from lawmakers on Capitol Hill to adjust his approach if there is a change of guard. Everyone in the cryptocurrency community is hoping that the Republican Party will win the November election and finally stop Gensler's SEC chair rule over regulation. It is my name, William Himon, remains at the center. The SEC's ability to reverse the programmatic sales ruling is susceptible to a variety of other events that could take place between now and November. An ongoing investigation by the Inspector General into potential conflicts of interest inside the SEC related Bitcoin could reveal the agency's intentions to appeal the court ruling. An integral part of the Inspector General's investigation is William Himon, who was the head of the SEC for a while. Power Oversight, an American government watchdog, was responsible for starting the investigation. While advising the SEC on cryptocurrency policy, he allegedly received millions of dollars from Simpson Thacher, according to Empower Oversight. Simpson Thacher is not just Hyman's old employer, but also an affiliate of an organization pushing enterprise Ethereum. Himon returned to Simpson Thacher to pursue his profession after leaving the SEC. The fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum are both viewed as securities, a claim Himon made in 2018, has an impact on their respective prices. Furthermore, Himon was essential in the chain of events that culminated in the July 13th court rulings in the SEC versus Ripple case. According to documents submitted by the SEC in response to a court order, Himon persisted in meeting with Simpson Thacher despite warnings issued by the SEC Ethics Division. The timing of the SEC's appeal could be pivotal, considering that lawmakers and courts are scrutinizing the agency's actions in the cryptocurrency area more closely. Meanwhile, new laws could be around the corner. This move by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission against KuCoin might encourage lawmakers in the U.S. to pass laws that limit the authority of the SEC and the CFT to regulate the cryptocurrency market. There is a close examination of the SEC's actions in the courtroom. Chief Legal Officer Stuart Algerati of Ripple raised attention to the SEC's actions within the Bitcoin industry on Friday. Even though the DARA study purportedly shed light on the cryptocurrency business 7 years ago, the Securities and Exchange Commission is still involved in 8 important lawsuits involving cryptocurrencies in federal court. A problem has arisen. It is unclear how the SEC's stance would be affected by the court's ruling in SEC versus CVS Debtbox. Judge Robert Shelby rejected the SEC's March move to dismiss the allegations against Debtbox, a cryptocurrency regulator. A court order was obtained in December, prompting the Securities and Exchange Commission to submit the request to dismiss. In order to avoid penalizing SEC lawyers for giving misleading and false statements to the court, the decision asked the SEC to submit evidence to support its position. The SEC's opening brief, the case involving the SEC and Debtbox, and the Inspector General's investigation all give American lawmakers, because to look into the agency's digital asset dealings. In a letter addressed to Gary Gensler, chair of the SC Senators Cynthia Lummi, Mine, and 3 other U.S. senators voiced their support for the debt box case involving CCVs. Noteworthy is the fact that us senators have threatened to investigate all SEC cases, whether current or previous, on the grounds that this case demonstrates that other enforcement actions taken by the commission might be warranting of an examination. This holds true irrespective of whether the commission staff knowingly provided fabricated evidence or provided incorrect information by accident. In other cases, it's hard to have faith that they aren't founded on dubious facts, obfuscations, or outright lie. On a monthly basis, Ripple plans to distribute 1 billion XRP coins. As part of their regular monthly sales procedure, Ripple plans to distribute 1 billion XRP tokens on April 1st. These coins are expected to be worth $628 million. As we move forward over the next several weeks, it is anticipated that this publication may negatively impact the XRP market price. A plan for Ripple's monthly token supply. 17, Ripple has released 1 billion tokens through fulfilled escrows on the 1st of every month as a means of managing its token supply. With the April release, a new era will begin, one that permits the use of numerous accounts for the XRP internal inflation measures that have been tracked for several years. As per XRP Scan, Ripple has used the cryptocurrency accounts of Ripple 22 and Ripple 23 to perform transactions as disclosed in the data provided in March. 2 distinct transactions involving the Ripple will release 500 million XRP this month. The remaining 500,000 XRP will be handled by the Ripple wallet in 2 separate transactions. Ripple distributed 1 billion tokens and sold 200 million to pay for expenditures during the release in March. Tokens that were not used by the specified date were relocked for use in 2027. In addition, an extra $240 million RSP can be transferred by using an earlier reserve called the Ripple wallet. The fact that these XRP were sent to the same address in 2 separate transactions is noteworthy. Because of the many tokens' upcoming trajectories, investors and market watchers are fixated on XRP's price trends. The value of XRP tends to fall following past releases. According to observations, this is not to be construed as a recommendation to engage in any particular trading activity. If you put your money into something based on what you read on this page, you're on your own. David Schwartz, the chief technology officer of Ripple, has recently refuted the assertion that the company would want to have the price of XRP low for its payment solutions. Schwartz has referred to this as a stupid statement. David Schwartz, the chief technology officer of Ripple, recently addressed concerns and ideas on the desired pricing of XRP for payments. He stated that the idea that Ripple supports a lower XRP price for its utility in transactions is fundamentally flawed. Schwartz's remarks were made in a recent debate.